So check this out. Somebody sent this over to me. This is from the Cambridge Police Patrol Officers Association. It says, this is obviously after the aftermath of the Memorial Drive shooting, and this is what they had to say. It says, the Cambridge Police Patrol Officers Association is deeply disappointed by the City Council's vote to eliminate the use of ShotSpotter technology in Cambridge. As the union representing nearly 200 police officers sworn to protect and serve this city, we must question the very commitment of the City Council to public safety. This decision threatens to make Cambridge less safe by slowing emergency response to gunfire. ShotSpotter has been part of Cambridge public safety infrastructure since 2014. Removing it now sets the city back more than a decade by eliminating a tool that alerts police to likely gunfire within seconds, including incidents when no 911 call is made. That means that there's gunshots in Cambridge, there's, let's say, civilians or bystanders nearby, and they don't call 911. There is no credible evidence that ShotSpotter has been used to monitor private conversations or identify individuals. Its purpose is narrow: detect likely gunfire, locate it quickly, and help first responders act faster. The reason that they're saying this is because what the City Council tried to do is they used ICE as leverage. They used what is happening on the federal level with ICE picking up illegal immigrants as leverage, trying to say that ShotSpotter has a microphone. This could impact those type of communities, and they may share the data from ShotSpotter to federal authorities. In not so many words, they used it as leverage. That's what happened. Cambridge Police Department leadership identified at least 11 instances in which ShotSpotter detected gunfire when no corresponding 911 call was received. Those are not abstract statistics. They represent real moments when officers and emergency medical personnel could have been left unaware of possible gunfire, delayed in responding, or unable to provide life-saving aid. At a time of heightened concern over gun-related incidents, such as the recent shooting on Memorial Drive, Cambridge should be strengthening its ability to detect and respond to gunfire, not weakening it. I've said this a million times, but normally the most common sense solution is the solution. It is the right solution. The people of Cambridge deserve public safety decisions that improve emergency response. Unfortunately, the City Council has voted to make it harder for the police officers and the first responders to know when and where help is urgently needed. And that's the truth. So what ends up happening here? This happens often. This isn't only a Massachusetts problem. What ends up happening here is that you have these people, they're like parasites, right? And they end up becoming the decision makers on the majority of the public. This is basically Cambridge City Council 101. I don't know if the Cambridge PD has body-worn cameras. If you do, I will guarantee you that both the City Council and the ACLU will be coming after that next. It's almost a guarantee. It will happen. What they're trying to do is they use incidents like on Memorial Drive, what happened with the gunman. They try to use this in order to inflict stronger gun laws. They are now eliminating devices that can capture gunfire to potentially save somebody's life. And inevitably, like I said earlier, if they have them, I'm not entirely sure, if they are wearing body-worn cameras, that will also become a thing of the past. It's just the case. As a retired Cambridge police officer and former member of the Executive Committee and Bargaining Committee for many years, we have had our differences with the City Council over the years. But back then, the City Council was made up of individuals who grew up in the city of Cambridge. They knew what was best there for their neighborhood safety. Being a cop in today's world is as tough a job as it's ever been. To take away a tool that can only enhance the safety of citizens in Cambridge just shows how out of touch these individuals are. That's the damn truth. I mean, you can't come up with any logical... I mean, everybody is in agreement with this. Literally everybody is in agreement with this. You probably have a couple lunatics here that are mad. Maybe these ones, or maybe they're just mad at the fact that this is happening. But it's just absolutely dystopian what is happening here. And again, you know, what I see, the reality of what's going on is that these people want to control. A small fraction of people inside of Massachusetts are trying to be the decision makers of everybody else. And like I said, they're like fleas. They're like having ticks. They're parasites is what they are. And unfortunately, these are the people with the biggest mouths. And unfortunately, sometimes the squeakiest wheel gets the most oil. That's what ends up happening. This is why I've been trying to say for a very long time and advocate for people sticking up for what is right. It 100% has to happen. People need to be more vocal. People need to go to these city council meetings, and they need to stand up for what is right. The more of you that stand up for what is right, the more that will catch on. And what I mean by that is not even in terms of the city council actually listening to you and taking your perspective at face value, but it will catch on to more people standing up and sticking up for what is right and speaking their mind as well. We can't live in a society here where law-abiding citizens can't get guns, yet criminals and career criminals that get let out on parole that should be in jail or prison for 25 plus years have no issues getting weapons. That's a fact. We can't eliminate devices and tools and technology that helps the public and helps the police to alert the police to actually show up to either save a life or to arrest somebody that may be causing gunfire or a ruckus. I mean, these are the most simplistic of things. And what these people try to do is they try to color this and they try to introduce all this different language and made up methodologies and quote, you know, defunct statistics that are completely biased in their favor to try to control the narrative of what's happening inside of their city so that it affects everybody else. Because these people, all they want to do, they just want to get up there. They just want to be heard. They just want a virtue signal. And then they probably go back to their friends or sharing what they said, you know, to their friends, either on social media or in a private group chat as some sort of social warrior. But the fact remains, these people are absolutely insane. They are. They're absolutely insane. Here's another one. It says, hold on one second. It says, the decisions that the city council are making these days are totally crazy. Old Cambridge is gone, and the Liberals have taken over getting rid of ShotSpotter a few days after a maniac is walking down Memorial Drive shooting like a madman. Let's get rid of it all and make decisions with their heads up their you-know-whats, right? It's crazy. It's a massive mistake. To make the city less safe in these crazy times, especially after a shooting on Memorial Drive just 2 weeks ago, shows a complete lack of reality. The fact is, these people don't live in reality. They don't. They don't live in reality. It's just a fact of the matter. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate for our officers, and it's unfortunate also for the other people that have to deal with the nonsense. It's period, end of story. That's what's going on here.